Hey guys, well, I'm here with three of my favorite wheels right now. Two Shermans from eWheels and the Monster Pro from Yuko on loan to me. I do have my own Monster Pro on order, so that gives you a hint as to what I think of this wheel. But of course I also own the two Shermans. Now, I'm getting questions, which of the wheels is the best wheel? Always that question, right? To me, it's kind of an apples to oranges comparison because they're really two different classes of wheel. But I get why people think they're similar because they're both massive wheels, they're both expensive wheels, they're both long distance wheels. But they're really two different types of wheels. The Shermans are more like an M Super class wheel. Think of an M Super, MSX, MSP, RS. It's those type of wheels. They're smaller wheels, more general purpose, really easy to maneuver, do technical riding. They can do it all. They're fast wheels. They can do trail riding, street riding. The Monster Pro, not so much. Monster Pro is a niche wheel in my opinion. Now I know there are guys out there who this is their primary wheel, and that's great, right? Any wheel, if you primarily only have one wheel, that wheel you get to know it, you love it, you know everything about it, you can do everything with it, right? But in broad strokes, the Monster Pro is just not a good general purpose wheel. It's so massive relative to the Sherman. It weighs 14 pounds more than the Sherman, 91 pounds. It just fits between your legs as a much bigger wheel. It's not as easy to maneuver. You can do it, but it takes a lot more work. When I took this on some mountain trails, technical mountain trails, I did it, but it was tough and my body was really worn out by the end of the day. And I will never take this on technical mountain trails again. This is a cruising wheel. And when I say cruising wheel, think of picture you have a motorcycle, even if you don't, and you want to you have this vision in your mind. I just want to go out and ride in the country, just get the wind in my face and just get away from it all, right? Or in my case, go up into the mountains and do the same thing. Just get away from civilization and just have the wind in your face and enjoying the views. That's what this wheel, in my opinion, is all about. It's so massive, 14 pounds heavier than the previous most massive wheel, the Sherman. And with that mass, you get stability. And, stability to the nth degree now with the Monster Pro. And the tire, 24-inch tire versus the 20-inch tire. Again, comfort zone. I mean, you can ride this in trails, with more flat trails. It's great, and the size of the tire rolls over big rocks, and same on the street. So it takes imperfections in the road really, really well, and just makes for comfort, nice ride, even if it doesn't have suspension. So that's why I say this is as of April 2021, in my opinion, the Monster Pro is the ultimate cruising wheel on planet Earth. There's just no doubt about it. But if you can only have one of these wheels, you got to go with the Sherman. I mean, it does it all. Super fast, super long range. The Monster Pro will give you about 10% more, so for me, about 10 more miles than the Sherman, but the Shermans are still massively long range wheels. So stick with this as your all around wheel. But if you got the cash and you want that cruising wheel, the Monster Pro, it's just really hard to beat it. I mean, I have about 2,000 miles on my Shermans and about 700 miles on the Monster Pro. So I feel pretty confident in what I'm saying. And I used to have a Monster, which this is again in that Monster class. So I've had Monsters for 4.5 years now, I guess. I have another one soon. So I hope this helps out. If you want to buy one of these wheels, get your Sherman from E-Wheels, the only game in town. And as I recently found out from rebuilding the Sherman, they've got incredible parts supply for the Sherman. I think you can build your own Sherman from scratch if you want to, from the parts from E-Wheels, although it'll probably be more expensive. And talking about parts, and I want to touch on robustness too. I hear people saying the Monster Pro, it'll shatter like glass if you drop it. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Look, I've had couple hard falls with this, which some of you may have seen in my mountain trail riding test with this wheel. It's okay. It didn't shatter. I think any wheel, if you crash it at a 20-mile-per-hour ride, there's a potential that the wheel will really self-destruct, which happened with this supposedly indestructible tank-like Sherman, right? It was in a 30 or so mile-per-hour crash by the previous owner, and I just spent $650 to repair it. So I think it just comes down to luck, what happens to a wheel when it crashes. But if you're not crashing wheels, but you're dropping your wheels periodically, I think the Monster Pro is fine, in my opinion. So anyway, get your Sherman from E-Wheels. And if you want a Monster Pro right now, I would suggest going to UCO, because as of April 3rd, E-Wheels isn't even selling the Monster Pro. And I know Jason intends on selling it, but right now he's not. And my understanding is UCO has these in stock right now. So if you have a Monster Pro itch that you need scratched, go to UCO. And some of you guys who use my affiliate links for E-Wheels or UCO, I really appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps give me visibility to the manufacturers of these wheels, and it makes it easier for me to get a variety of wheels so I can do videos like this to help some of you guys out. Okay, I hope this was useful, and I'll see you soon.